Let's throw focus on matrimony.com. We have with us the founder and CEO of the company, Mr. Murugavel Janakiraman, joining in on the show right now. Mr. Janakiraman, good morning. Great to have you and welcome to ET Now. You know, we were just chatting with the management of AppTech and it seems that everything has taken an e-avatar. Wanted to understand whether that's happening with your business as well. Post-pandemic, have people gravitated more towards e-platforms for marriages?
Oh, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here, and it's definitely the digital adoption taking place across the segment. Definitely, matrimony also. We've seen a good adoption of people coming to online and using our services. So we expect that momentum to continue, and our growth also was in a way that contributed by the increasing number of people signing up for the matchmaking platform, and we expect the trend to continue.
Interesting. So give us some color on what kind of registrations, customer profiles, what is it that you've foreseen in terms of behavioral trends in the last year and a half?
The thing is that today we are seeing that broad-based growth across the tiers, and we're seeing the growth in a tier 2 market and tier 3 market as well. And so definitely there is increased adoption of singles using a platform. Today, almost 70% of the profiles are created by the individuals or singles themselves. And we see that the continuous growth of singles adopting online matchmaking services. The thing is that the growth is not limited to any particular geography. And today the digital adoption, it's happening across India. So we see from that within tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and also more importantly, we see that increase in the number of females signing up the platform. So that's also another interesting trend. So the growth is not limited to any single factor. The growth is fairly broad-based and across the segment, across the tiers. And the good thing that, as I said, that the increase in female adopting online matrimony is definitely it's a good trend.
Morning, Nikunj also joining in. I'm just looking at your profits. FY18, 74 crore. FY19, 43 crore. COVID year, that's an exception, 41 crore. But even in the post-COVID timeline, your profits have come down and they've come down substantially. Why is that?
The thing is that, so there's an increase in marketing. We look at that, the marketing spend used to be less than 1 crore, and the marketing now is more than 1 crore. We're spending almost 120 crore, and this year probably may spend around 150 to 150 crore or 160 crore on marketing. But the good thing that last year the PAT, it's grew almost by close to 40%. The thing is that as a company, we are on double-digit growth, and we expect the growth momentum to further to accelerate. And more importantly, the PAT, we expect the PAT percentage growth, while last year grew by almost by 38%. And this year we expect the profit growth to be much better than the growth what we had last year. Probably may, even go past that 40%, probably even go close to 50% or we expect that kind of growth because as an organization, we are hitting that operating leverage. So instead of spending almost 160 crore firstly on marketing this year, and other than the marketing, other costs will not be in alignment with that kind of growth what we are going to see. So we look at the matchmaking, it's already operating at a 60+% gross margin. So that the matchmaking gross margin even will be better than even 68% this year, and EBITDA margin continue going to get better, and the profit going to grow at a much faster pace because of the operating leverage. So as a company, matchmaking.com is the leader in this space, and the double-digit growth and operating leverage, we expect the profit to grow at a much better pace for the years to come. So if you look at the thing among all the players, and we are, if you look at last couple of quarters of growth, in fact, we are not only we are the largest, or quarter over quarter for the last 3 quarters, we've been growing fastest as well. So we are growing fast, and we have good operating leverage, the profit going to get better. I think we have exciting times ahead in front of us.
The matrimony business in India is, at least the online matrimony business in India is a very old business. And yet we don't have a single unicorn in the 3 large players who are there. You are there, Jeevansathi is there, and Shaadi.com is there. When I look at companies which have recently become a unicorn or on course to become unicorn, why is that we don't have a single unicorn in this space?
See, the thing is that we are here for long term. So we look at this year, if your profit grow by, if we look at a matchmaking profit, if we go to 40-50% growth, we'll probably have 60-65 crores of profit this year. But whether how the company is being valued, kind of leave it to the market, but we are here for long term. If among all the matchmaking companies, we are not only the largest, we are the only profit-making matchmaking company. So we continue to drive growth, continue to drive profit. When it become a unicorn, when it become the billion-dollar company, and that the market decides, but we are for long term. So I'm dedicated my life towards the cause of matrimony. So we want to build a very large company, build to large company, and we quite take pride in getting millions of people married. So I think when the growth and profit improves, and over a period of time, market tend to evaluate and this company is much better. So we are not in a hurry, and let the market decide when you have to become billion-dollar company and all those things. But we continue to do what is right for our customers and the business. We continue to accelerate things, continue to do product innovations and launch new features and new product offerings. So we continue to execute well. The good thing that the last couple of quarters, as I said, we've been growing on double digit. We expect the growth momentum to continue. As I said, the good operating leverage, profit going to get better. And I think it'll be we are excited about the coming years. And I believe that the market will value that one of that.
Say you are at a cusp of an operating leverage. Can you define that for us? Why are you on a cusp of an operating leverage? Because operating leverage are of two things: demand leverage and financial leverage. In your case, that is not there, so the financial leverage will not kick in. It will be operating leverage, which will be driven from demand. What gives you confidence that demand-based operating leverage would kick in?
Yeah, the thing is basically what is operating leverage for us, that the only cost for us, probably the marketing cost may slightly move up. The other cost, be it the people cost and infrastructure cost, it won't be in line with the growth. It won't even move up. So when the top line grows, so for that some increment cost in marketing will happen. So the rest of the thing will flow into bottom line. Just if you look at 105 crore of revenue, and we have may touch close to 14-15 crore of profit, and additional 10 crore of the incremental revenue, we expect probably maybe 60% to move to bottom line. Probably maybe 20%, maybe 20-30% maybe on marketing, maybe another 10% on other costs. So we expect almost like any additional 10 crore of growth in the revenue, we expect probably a 40 percentage, 50 to 60% moving to bottom line now. Probably 60% move to bottom line. So because the other costs, we don't need that incremental cost for the growth actually.
Okay. You've got Bhojpuri Matrimony, launched IITmatrimony.com. You created a new brand identity, weddingbazaar.com. So what can we expect now in terms of launches, in terms of the kind of traction you're anticipating going forward?
Apart from that, the business we launched, we also launched Doctor's Matrimony a couple of quarters ago. And so we continue to launch a new product offering, and we're also looking at expanding beyond India while do a Bangladeshi matrimony and Sri Lankan matrimony. We probably plan to set up operations in Bangladesh next quarter and probably Sri Lanka by quarter 3. And we continue to evaluate opportunity in the matchmaking space. And so we did some of the recent launches were Bhojpuri, Bihari, Rajasthani, and IIT and the Doctor's Matrimony. We continue to look for opportunities and on the business expansion, market expansion, plus also continue to innovate on the matchmaking space. We have done a lot of interesting innovations. We continue to innovate on the matchmaking space. So both on the existing product innovation and the market expansion, these are pretty much on the pipeline.
Okay. And the kind of outlook you have also in terms of margins going forward, key milestone, let's say over the next 1 to 2 years in terms of the kind of revenue and the market opportunity that you're seeing. Any numbers you can share with us?
I said we definitely expect the double-digit growth to continue. That's one thing. And the second thing, they will look at continue to widen the gap between us and other players. In fact, we are widening the gap between the rest of the players. And that is this, that we expect the profit growth will be much better. As I said, last year the profit was almost 40% growth, and this year expect to better than the last year growth what you are in terms of PAT. And so that's the kind of thing looking at. So we expect this to continue not for next year, probably even years to come also.
Okay, great to have you on the show and share with us insights on matrimony.com.